Well, the CBI has registered a case against a former official of the Directorate General of Civil Aviation and several aviation-related companies for alleged abuse of official position, extending undue favours to select flying training organizations and suspicious aircraft transactions. The FIR alleges that the probe brought to light a systemic network of corporate entities controlled and managed by the immediate and extended family members of Captain Anil Gill, then Director of Flying Training at the DGCA. Atul, my colleague, joins us on the broadcast to give us more insights into this. Atul, this seems to be extremely suspicious and fishy. What happened here?
Well, the CBI, has registered a corruption case against Captain Anil Gill, who is one of the former director of flying training at the DGCA, which is the aviation regulator in the country. And apart from Captain Anil Gill, 4 other private firms have also been, accused of, of a deeply entrenched systematic network of corporate entities being controlled by Gill's immediate and extended family, abuse his official position, and exercise regulatory favoritism is all allegations that has been labeled against Gill as well as these 4 ARCA aviation companies. Now, what we give it to understand is that the 4 entities that have been accused alongside Captain Gill are Blue Throat Aero Global Private Limited, Redbird Aviation Academy, CBI Corporate Solutions, as well as Sandhills Aviation. Now, some of the charges that these companies, this aviation private limited also have is that the Blue Throat Aero Global acquired old aircraft at significantly low cost, which were then leased to the Redbird Aviation Academy for inflated rates, and this happened with Gill's approval. Apart from it, the Redbird Academy also allegedly received FTO approvals in a highly expedited month-long timeline compared to the standard 4 to 6 months, and all of this was happening in the leadership of Captain Anil Gill. So this is the allegation that the CBI has labeled against them, and basically it's a case of nepotism as well as conflict of interest, because Captain Gill himself had stakes in several of these companies, is what we are picking up. So financial irregularities and conflict of interest are these some of the angles of probe that the CBI is right now probing against these Captain Gill as well as the 4 private limited companies.
All right. Vandana Singh, aviation expert, is with us. Dr. Vandana Singh, appreciate you taking out the time. What do you think is going on over here, ma'am? This is obviously, a blot on our aviation ecosystem.
Absolutely, Vineet. Thank you for looping me in. It is definitely a blot. And I would like to acknowledge the CBI action. I think it's a firm step towards cleaning these oversight mechanisms. And we know that there are rules that are there, that India has strict, comprehensive rules written on the paper. But the question is it being implemented? And or the system is, is it transitioning to prevent human favoritism, if I can say that. So there are clear rules, but then also we see a lot of loopholes. And the recent, I think the CBI investigation is showing that when, processes rely on human handshakes or favoritism does happen when these are these loopholes. And I believe that we have to have rules to fight this kind of favoritism. Although on paper you have FTO approvals and you have examinations and you have training checks and performance data and all that, but question is what is being adhered to. And this case is really a blot, but I'm glad that it has come out, over here, and CBI is taking action, because there has to be accountability, and it has, of course, a direct impact on safety. As we know, it was also another flying school involved, Redbird, in fact, when Ajit Pawar's chopper crashed, aircraft crashed. And also we have to understand that there have been various other questions coming up as far as, these flying training schools are concerned. Therefore, we need a systemic reform, and there has to be a need for transparency, where fair and clear rules for all flying training organizations to prevent this kind of monopoly of favoritism. It is a blot, but I'm glad at least something is coming out, Vineet. Action has to be taken.
All right. Dr. Vandana, appreciate you joining us. More breaking news coming in. Well, reports say